Welcome to Back to School Night, HTMS Legends. I'm Miss Wirtz, and I'm one of your sixth grade math teachers this year. I've really enjoyed getting to know your scholars, even if it is virtually this year. I know this has come with many hurdles and challenges, and we all commend your learners for demonstrating perseverance and resilience. We hope you enjoy our virtual Back to School Night, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Zook, our sixth grade language arts teacher.
Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Zook. I am the sixth grade language arts teacher. I have really enjoyed getting to know your students the first couple weeks of school. I know it's been challenging figuring out schedules, and I know that some of those challenges will continue, but language arts is mostly reading, writing, and speaking, a little bit of everything. So you can expect daily reading assignments from me, along with writing and reading assignments that may extend throughout the week or into multiple weeks. Our first unit that we're focusing on is mostly around the foundations of language arts, and just like a survey, a little bit of everything. A couple quick things that I wanted to go over is as students are moving into sixth grade, I want you to give them time to learn what it's like to be an individual student in the middle school setting, and hopefully allow them to make mistakes and grow from their mistakes. If there's an issue, help them communicate with the teacher so that they can reach out to us, or if there's an email that you need to send, maybe sit down with them and help to send it so that you're giving them a little bit more authority over their education, but also keep track of what they're doing. And you can track their progress through Student View and through Canvas. So I really look forward to spending the year with you and your students and getting to know you all better. Please communicate with me if you have any questions. Look forward to a great year. I would like to introduce the one and only Mr. Johnson, or Sean John.
Hi, my name is Mr. Sean John, and I am your sixth grade social studies teacher. Welcome to sixth grade. It's a pleasure to be here and working with your children every day, even in this strange environment that we're all dealing with. In sixth grade this year, we are trying to remind you that you need to try and have your child have a very nice quiet space in which to do their work and pay attention to what's going on. It's difficult when we're all in our homes and there's lots of distractions. So the team would just like to remind you that having your child have your student have a great space to work in is a fantastic thing. In social studies this year, we are covering a lot of different things. The ancient world curriculum has been phased out a bit, and so we are actually embarking on a different curriculum this year that focuses on the Western Hemisphere. We start off with building community this year, then we're going into early indigenous societies, empires, and then colonization and genocide, resistance and independence, and social and ecological justice. Another big part of social studies is going to be current events. We have traditionally watched a lot of CNN student news, and students will have discussion questions that they will need to answer on Canvas. So in addition to regular assignments that you'll find in Canvas under the modules and the assignments page, they will also need to weekly discuss their current events in the discussion section. Again, those things we'll also have current events reports that has to do with the students picking the current events that they're interested in and forming a presentation for the class. So I look forward to getting to know you, and as we move forward through this year, hopefully we can get back to regular school, but until then, I'll be seeing you online. And our next teacher is Miss Hurd from Science.
Hello, I'm Ms. Hurd, and I am your child's science teacher. A few of the sixth graders do have Mr. Short. He's the seventh grade science teacher, but most of the kids do have me. The full syllabus is on Canvas. If you want to see it in more detail, it's definitely there, but I just want to hit on a few content strands that we're going to be covering today and this year. And so those are weather and climate, and we're going to be really looking at that through a climate change perspective, human impact, perspective. We're going to be looking at energy and looking kind of at renewables, and again, how can we be more energy efficient and more friendly to the planet. And we're going to be looking at cells and the human body systems, and that'll come later in the spring. I just want to point out that it's, science is going to be a little bit of a challenge doing it online virtually like this, because normally it would be very much a hands-on, field work, lab work type class, and that's the challenge doing it this way. But we will be trying to figure out some ways to have your child do some simple activities at home with just sort of everyday materials, or we're going to be putting some packets together to send some things home to get them manipulating things and really putting their hands on stuff. So be looking for that. And just something I really want to point out is that all of the assignments in science can be revised, improved, resubmitted. So, if your child gets an assignment back and it's not, they didn't get the score they were hoping for, they can always keep revising, resubmitting all the assignments until they get up to that proficiency level. And I think that is all that I really wanted to touch on, other than just, again, to really encourage your kids to be taking some risks and trying these assignments. Some of it's going to be new and different for them, and we'll get them there. And it's going to be, challenging at first for them, but they will persevere and get there. So just, don't let your child be discouraged. This is all kind of new to them, and they'll get there. And the next person I'd like to introduce is Mr. Pan.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Pan. I am the 6th and 7th Mandarin Immersion teacher at Harriet Tubman Middle School. I also teach an elective cultural heritage. So just for Mandarin Immersion, if your child is in Mandarin Immersion, they'll have 2 different classes with me. They'll have Chinese language arts, which kind of like what Mr. Zook was saying, we focus a lot on reading, writing, and speaking in Mandarin. And then they'll also have another section of social studies. So if your child is a Mandarin Immersion student, they won't have Mr. Johnson for social studies. They will have me. But the curriculum is the exact same. So we'll be going over the same units: building a community, early indigenous societies, empires, so on. Except we just do it all in Mandarin. So other than that, kind of piggybacking off of what Ms. Hurd said. All of my information as far as my syllabus, class, and schedule, and all of that can be found on the homepage of Canvas. Also, the link to my classroom website is also on the Canvas as well, if you might find that easier as far as finding classroom codes or scheduling or anything like that. So those are 2 different areas you can find some information. And also, any work that students submit in Mandarin Immersion can also be resubmitted if they did not get the score that they were expecting. It can be resubmitted for a higher score. So yeah, so that's Mandarin Immersion. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you guys even more. I will be their immersion teacher the entire time they are at Harriet Tubman Middle School, and it's been a real joy getting to know them these past couple weeks. The kids have known each other for 5-6 years now, but it's been really awesome getting to know them as a new teacher. So yeah, I guess I will introduce the next teacher, Miss Olinka, the 6th grade dance teacher.
Hi everyone, hi 6th graders. My name is Miss Oluyinka Parsons Akingiola. I am one of your 2 dance teachers. You see me on Mondays and Tuesdays. I have all the Harriet Tubman dance classes, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays, Mr. Sekou or Mr. Walker has all the dance classes. So both classes you'll have are live and on Zoom. And that is Monday through Friday, so make sure you go to Canvas to check for the links or the codes. Both classes, as I mentioned, are live. So for us, your participation grade is the biggest part of class. So making sure you are logged in on time, you're up and moving, you are dancing and learning with us, you're going to get an A in class. So it's participation based, which means you have to be there, you have to be up and moving, and then you get to learn dances from from West Africa from Mr. Sekou, including the countries of Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, and Guinea. And with me, you'll study dances of the African diaspora. We're starting with Brazil, and we'll move on to Cuba, and dances from the United States. So we can't wait to dance with you more this year.
Hello, everyone at Harriet Tubman Middle School, all our families, all the scholars. This is a little information about health at Harriet Tubman Middle School, and I go by Miss Brandy or Miss T. And so some questions you may have is, what do scholars learn in health? Well, they learn skills like interpersonal communication, decision-making, digital literacy, and these skills are all basically connected to helping what's happening in the world and within our communities. And so one example that I can give you is in our Healthy Racial Identity unit, that we're learning the skill of interpersonal communication and empathy. We also focus on the systems that are in place in our community and in the world that affect that person's identity. And so another question you may have is, how do I grade? I grade on project work. And so what that looks like is a pretest, just to kind of see what they know, have them come up with questions that they want to learn, and then have them dive into the project that we have at hand for that unit. And this helps me differentiate so that I can meet the students where they are in their learning process. And so how will I support the students? I'll support them through being empathetic and really focusing on their curiosities, and everything else within this compass of advantage kind of falls into place. And I just put this picture here as well because I want to recognize that our world is going through a lot right now. Our communities are going through a lot. We have a lot of injustices happening within our communities, especially with Black, Brown, Indigenous people, as well as Latinx. And so with that, mental, physical, and emotional health are my first priority before learning. And so if we stay there all year, that's where we are. But that's directly because of everything that's happening within our world. And so I just thought that would be important to recognize that we're not in the normal. Nothing's normal right now. And so with that, please reach out if there's something happening or going on so that I can be aware and I can be able to support the scholar holistically with their mental, physical, and emotional health. And I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Harriet Tubman families. My name is Miss Lee Wehage, and I teach special education for the 6th grade at Harriet Tubman. If your child has my class, feel free to reach out to me anytime by email at cleewehage@pps.net. Have a great year.
Thanks for being here, 6th grade parents. For the next couple minutes, I will try to field questions that I see that come up in the YouTube Live link. We'll also be fielding them by text. Thanks for listening. Look forward to getting to know you this year.